My dad stormed into my college dorm lobby screaming I was mentally unfit to enroll. 2 weeks earlier, he made me quit my part-time job because it made us look poor. Then he blew my college fund on my sister's Europe trip and called it family priorities. My parents worshipped appearances, a cute little cafe facade and big talk. My sister was their billboard. I was the maintenance crew. Most nights after school, I closed the place for free. Sweep, restock, scrub, count inventory. My dad called it helping, like I should be grateful. I got a job anyway because I could see the cracks, and I logged hours in a notebook and hid my cash. If my parents knew I had money, it wouldn't stay mine. A neighbor saw me working retail and treated it like breaking news. The next morning, my dad cornered me in the kitchen. Are you working? Yes. He went nuclear about rumors and the family image. My mom nodded like a judge. My sister laughed. Retail? That's embarrassing. That night, my dad offered a deal. Quit, and he'd cover my tuition. So I quit, and immediately felt stupid for trusting him. A week later, they sat me down, and my dad said it like a weather report. The college fund is empty. Empty meant my sister's summer in Europe, sorority fees, and upgraded housing. She leaned on the couch and smirked. You're not even top school material. My dad shrugged at me. Loans, work. You'll figure it out. You're a guy. So I told them the truth. I'd kept in my back pocket. My grandparents were paying my tuition directly. My dad didn't hear, my education is safe. He heard, I lost control. He started calling relatives, telling them I manipulated my grandparents. And by morning, people were texting me to stop pressuring them. My mom stayed silent. My sister enjoyed the show. At home, it turned into punishment by 1,000 cuts. Dinner for 3, not for me. My Wi-Fi blocked. My door for airflow. Then my documents went missing, and suddenly I was a thief. My uncle warned me my dad loved control more than truth, handed me a checklist, and I found my social security card, birth certificate, and passport stuffed in random drawers. When my dad realized, he barged into my room. Where are the documents? They're mine. He stepped closer. You don't get to decide what's yours yet. That was it. I moved in with my grandparents. They confronted my parents at their house, and my grandpa looked my dad dead in the eye. You favor one child and use the other. My dad tried to justify it. My sister needed opportunities. I was resilient. My grandma named the threats, the spying, the food games, and my sister called me dramatic like that settled it. My dad's response wasn't to fix anything. It was to rewrite the story. He threw a backyard barbecue and performed happy family for the neighbors. Then he offered me a new deal at my grandparents' kitchen table. He'd help with tuition if I publicly claimed my grandparents weren't paying, if I thanked my parents, and if I corrected the narrative. I said no. I already had tuition covered. All he had was a cover-up. Without my free labor, the cafe started slipping. Wrong orders, early closures, bad reviews. So my dad slapped on a new name and acted like it was a relaunch, while my mom started pawning jewelry to keep the lights on. Then came move-in day. A staff member walked up to me and my grandparents. Your father's downstairs. He says you're being enrolled against your will. We rode the elevator down and heard him before we saw him. Then he spotted me and lost it. First he pointed and yelled I was unstable. Next he demanded staff stop my enrollment. After that he accused my grandparents of using me. Then he ordered me to come home like I was 12. So I said no, you spent my tuition on her trip. And finally security stepped between us and told him to leave. My uncle reminded him I was 18. My dad kept shouting anyway. I looked him in the eye and said you didn't lose control because of them. You lost it because you lie. His face twitched when he realized strangers were listening. So I added the one detail he couldn't spin. And there's footage of you grabbing my grandma last week. His voice cracked. Security escorted him out while he screamed I was nothing without his name. After that the mask didn't fit anymore. Relatives stopped returning his calls. My sister moved back home and took a minimum wage job she hated. My grandparents helped me finish enrollment like none of the chaos mattered. I carried my boxes upstairs and sat in my first lecture, and for the first time, I wasn't cleaning up someone else's mess. So what do you think, was I right to walk away, or should I have played along to keep peace?